Hello and welcome to Tim's Brick Adventures, where the fun never stops. So, y'all saw big news. We're over 400 now. Woohoo! And thank you all so much, because it's all because of y'all. It's all you. And so, another big video here, because today I'm throwing my support for Chima, Legend of Chima. Now, our good friend Bud Chop came up with this Chima Day. I don't know, I'm not sure of the total history of it, but at least a year ago and maybe longer. And God love him. This is a great theme to have a national day for, because it's one of my favorites. It's been my top three, because there's Western, Ninjago, and Chima, and they're all kind of right there together. So, you know, who can't love critters made into minifigs, right? Remember Fabuland? That was a great one too. And someday I'm going to do a video on that. But anyway, today is all about Chima. So I'm going to show you some of what I have. I got it when it first came out. I loved it. I mean, when I heard about the theme, I was just over the top. And so I bought all the sets. I kept up with it. I got a lot of extra set. You know, I dove into it because it wasn't that popular, and sets ended up being cheap at the time. So probably what happened now will get you all interested in it. The price is going to go up. But you know what? I'd rather see everybody enjoying this theme, because it is such a fun theme. A lot of great parts were made for it. A lot of great colors. So many great minifigs to choose from and build with and do stuff with. So enough of all that. I'm going to show you. This may end up having to be several videos, because what I did, I had to spend the last week wrangling my figures together, because I built them when they came out. A lot of the sets got built when they came out. My son was young enough, and him and his friends, they liked them too. So they got remade and scattered amongst all the other figures and stuff. So I've been working hard this week to try and piece them back together. And then a lot of the vehicles and stuff like that did get built, I've still got a lot of the sets brand new, still ready to build whenever I got space. And I may try and build some of those just because I want to. And yeah, as the weeks go, because Chop loves Chima, maybe more than I do. I don't know. I don't know how that can happen, but I'm just glad to have found somebody that loves them as much as we do. And I know there's a few others that have made comments and stuff. So for us, this is for us to celebrate. And I believe the official date is tomorrow, but Chop started yesterday. He read one of the graphic novels, and he may have some other. I checked earlier today, and he hadn't put anything out yet. I had talked about this before, there is the only character encyclopedia, and I was looking through it, and I figured out there's a couple figures that I have here that aren't in the book. And so in here it says 2013 to 2014, but Chima actually apparently went into 2015, which I thought 1 year was a little short, but there's some sets missing out of here too. So this is not complete. And they didn't do a second one. When they drop a theme, they drop a theme. You know, remember Hidden Sides? And that fiasco, I never did. I still haven't gotten my haunted house yet, or haunted castle. And that was the one set I really wanted. But anyway, I'm getting way off track here. So I thought I would start. I'll show you. I've got all the figures on plates, and kind of give you an idea if you don't know. I mean, many of y'all may already know about Chima. Like it, love it, hate it. You probably don't know about it, but I'm hoping to show you at least what's here, and if you didn't get that into it, what you missed a little bit. So it ended up, the figures I did find. Now there's quite a bit of duplication here too, but there's also, they did a great job coming up with different creatures. And, you know, that's the thing, if they'd have gone at least another year, God, they could have really come up with some you know, even better or even more. So I'm going to start with the lions, or the big cats, because as Chima lore goes, and Chop can kind of jump in on this in the comments if I get off a little bit. There's the lions and the crocodiles are kind of the main families in this Chima world, and they end up they're friends of a sorts in the beginning, and then there's this chi, which is one of the blue crystals, and that's what they're all trying to get, and whoever possesses the chi has the power. And then apparently in the later, this Chima was kind of into two series. There was the original, and then they went into this kind of fire and ice. I call it fire and ice. I don't remember exactly. They call it something different. Let me consult the trusty book here. Well, I don't know. Anyway, and then they introduced more, a more variety of animals. So anyway, I'm going to start out. So I'll try and show them individually a little bit too, but there was the lions, which are along the back, and there's like 3 or 4 different ones, and then there's variations of each of those. But they also have the lions, and then even had tigers. Now they're part of the fire. And then the leopards, they were part of the fire. The female lionesses came in a battle pack, and they were kind of the fire too, I think. And then they even had the woodland creatures. There was a fox and a skunk and this little badger dude. Breezy, I think is his name. But he was the one, that's what made me figure out that book wasn't complete, because he wasn't in the book. And then they added these saber-tooth creatures, or cats, when they introduced the ice. And then the wolf pack was some of the original. There's also a black panther, and then there's quite a few different wolves. And that's for that base plate. Then, let's see. And so also in the original, we had the eagles and the ravens. And there was quite a few eagle and then quite a few raven characters. And then when the fire and ice, we had the vultures introduced. And somewhere along the line, the bats were brought in too. They had a couple of sets. And then, you know, base plates aren't the best to have figures on it. So when we went to the fire, so it's the phoenix is what they called the fire, and it was the actual, I guess these are supposed to be phoenix birds, and they're the good guys, and then all the ice, or maybe the bad guys, but I don't know. There's the polar bears that were introduced, and the mammoth, and then the rhinos were kind of in there. The gorillas were part of the original series, or original release, and I think too the tarantulas were part of it. And then they have 3 scorpion figures. They kind of look like the tarantulas, but they're scorpions. And I guess the other 2 I haven't got opened yet or something. And of course the crocodiles were the main, they ended up becoming the bad guys in the initial series. So, and let's see, I kind of forgot, there was also a brown bear introduced in the fire phoenix part, and he comes in a couple of sets. But I've been buying up extra ones at the shows, at the different conventions, because I like them, and I've had plans for them for a long time. Wild West Chima, and y'all have heard me talk about that several times. It's coming soon, probably at least getting started on this week. I'm trying to set up the Wild West display. There is the queen of the tarantulas, And there's a scorpion that's kind of similar, got the long legs and stuff. But I don't know if I ever built him, so yet. But these guys are really great. I would definitely get on Brickset and look at them individually. I do have almost all of them. I got all the sets, but there was a couple of variants that many of you know. The European, they got a magazine they put out, and they give minifigs in the magazine, and they always, if you're a completist like me, you got to go there because they have some variants. It's everything that I found, those superheroes, Ninjago, everything. That there's variants, and some I've gotten, some I guess I'm gonna have to find, but they're not too expensive. But so I dug out some of the really cool vehicles. This is probably initial wave. It's one of the Eagle vehicles. This one's cool. One of the Tiger. Not sure why the wheels spin, I guess from a mobility. Things falling off of it for some reason. Huh. Don't know where that came from. No. I say. Sorry, I gotta reassemble here. Oh, okay. You got a Black Panther on this side and a Tiger on this side. Pretty cool. Then there was a smaller Rhino vehicle along with, and I think these were in two different sets. You got a bigger Rhino vehicle, and it throws ice balls, I believe. I got the rubber bands, and it's missing a few pieces. That's the thing with all of these, they got packed in the move, and I have no idea. There's a really cool buggy, lion buggy. Another Eagle vehicle. And I will try to do some more videos and actually give you set numbers and stuff, but I just, like I said today, I don't want to make a super, I mean, I could make probably an hour-long video on Chima alone, just all the stuff. So I'm going to keep it simple, make it a little bit shorter. This was pretty cool. One of the a gorilla vehicle. I think everybody kind of is represented overall. This is one of my favorite things right here. Chops had it on his channel, the mammoth. I do have a couple of these, I believe. So, I don't think I sold it. Hope I didn't. And I think this is pretty much all there. But it's really cool. A lot of playability. And the wolf pack, they're pretty prominent in the thing. They've got a couple of vehicles. But the cool thing, I mean, they make all the vehicles kind of represent definitely, you know, the animal that they are. So that's always cool. Look at that. I got the jaw up and down. And this one actually, it's got one of the old school shooters on it. So I got to find the missile. The one thing that Chima had, it was the big thing and a way to get figures really cheap. They had the, you know, Ninjago has the little spinners, but Chima had these things, these little cars, kind of like, man, what did they call them in our day? Yeah, we had a lot of toys like this and they zip along. And I think I even have a racetrack or something for these. That was kind of an after thing that was given out at I think like Kids Fest, the Lego Kid Fest was still popular when these came out. So we ended up with a lot of things, but this is just obstacle courses because there was a lot of sets. So once I get all these put back together, I might do a little short video and show you all of them and do some stunts or something. So these were kind of cool. These were kind of about the same, you know, they were having the popularity of Ninjago with the spinners for Ninjago. And so this was the next thing they came out with. But here's on the part to a crocodile thing. And of course, like I said, there's a wolf. And it was all to generate chi. They all had, and then they all had these little, really cool covers that kind of represented each animal. Now, I don't know. Somebody might be able to figure out how to make something. These could almost be like shoulder. It's got the, it connects with the Technique pin. So you could actually, you know, make shoulder plates. And there is the buildable figures. And I won't dig them out today, but they are really cool. The first wave was in the States, but the second wave only came out in Europe. So I think I found where I can get that second wave. I just never kind of got away from Chima, and so I never really got back on getting all those. But I think I found, and I will definitely show them for those that don't know. But that is my support of the great theme known as Chima. And like I said, I was over the top when they announced it. So I really just love it. I don't know, tiger is my animal. So there are actually 3 different tigers. But I think they're all still, this is the one that came with that tiger vehicle I showed you, but there's another really big tiger vehicle that I haven't built yet that has 2 more tigers. And actually that's where this little guy is also in there too, Breezer. So, but I ain't gonna lie, I think I had Mr. Fox made up for something. I gave him a derby hat. That's the thing too. These guys, they come with the actual molded headpiece, but then they replicated it on the heads. So that's what I'm debating about with my Wild West. Do I just because I can put the cowboy hats on them like that really easy, or I have my way of putting them on here. And I don't know, I may have a little of both, and we'll let you, the public, decide what you like better. I'm not sure. Like I said, one will be more convenient, but I don't know, something about having that more realistic actual head mold would be cooler, and attaching the hat. So we'll see. I'm gonna get started on that. I'm done talking about things, and it's more about doing. Like the Black Panther, he's really cool. So I've got my Big Cat Gym clothing line for my bodybuilding stuff, and so that's panther, leopard, lion, and tiger are my 4 animals. So I might have to do a little bit of promo. The only thing is the lion, there's my 4 Big Cat Gym. So all right, well, we're at the 19-minute mark, so I'm gonna sign off, and you all have a great Chima Day tomorrow, and enjoy it, celebrate it, love it. Order you a figure or 2, you know. Find the love for this awesome theme. So with that, we thank Mr. Buttshop 2021. Check him out as always. He'll be on in the morning, Lego Dads, 7 a.m. Central, so 8 a.m. Eastern. I'm sure he'll be having a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try and get my butt out of bed to see what he has to say and jump in the chat. And so support him. He's he's tops. He is a really great guy. He has a lot of love for this community, and he just has a lot of love for Lego. Just a lot of love, period. He's a great, great guy, and crazy. I love it. And I love him for coming up with Chima Day, because it really is nice. It's really fun. So with that, thanks again for each and every one of you. You are the reason I have 400 plus subscribers, and thank you for coming back week after week. And I promise you, it's just, as one of the comments was, it's like a new start. And it is, because I've got a lot of big plans to really amp things up and have some little offshoots and stuff, and really celebrate the community as a whole and builders that wouldn't normally get recognized. So look for some big things happening here at the final days of 2022 and definitely into 2023. I love y'all, and I thank you very much. Y'all come back now, you hear?